And he's trying to keep the line moving. But it's all about who's a racist, who's a damn racist. It's Jim Crow all over. No, it's not. He's not saying you can't dine in the restaurant. He's saying, please. No, again, I'll say, his tact it's not the most tactful way of going about it. This is America. But is that a false statement? This is America, right? And the predominant language in America is English, right? I mean, that's sort of a reality. That's not a racist commentary. That's an observation. It just sort of is. And restaurants and places of business, private business owners make all kinds of distinctions in who they allow into their place of business. Look at downtown Hollywood and all these clubs where if you don't look right, you can't get in. Is that discriminatory against ugly people? If you have a restaurant and you require people to wear a tuxedo or a tie, are you discriminating against poor people? If Britney Spears changes her underwear in the underwear aisle of your department store, are you being anti-feminist by asking her not to do that? I mean, you can't walk into a convenience store without your damn shirt on. Is that discriminatory against nudists? It's getting too PC. Why is this one little guy in Philadelphia a story? This is national news today. You'll find this story on most of the national news sites. The story I'm reading is from the Associated Press. I got this off the Fox News website, but I saw it also on the Drudge Report. I saw it also on CNN. And this is where it makes me crazy. Instead of sort of talking about actual racism and people who actually conduct their business or their lifestyle in some sort of racist, hateful manner, and we're obsessing on people who want you to order in English when you're trying to get a cheesesteak. And I'm out of time for this half hour, so we'll come back and go right to the phones. A lot of people trying to get through on this. 1-800-5201-KFI. It's Sean Rima on KFI AM 640. More stimulating talk radio where Rob Archer has the news right now.
We don't cover everything, just everything that matters. KFI News.
KFI.
KFI AM 640, more stimulating talk radio. Signs. Talking about signs. Got a guy out in Philadelphia had to testify in front of the Philadelphia Commission on Human Relations because he's facing a discrimination complaint from the city because he has little signs outside his wee little cheesesteak joint, which says the signs about the size of a bumper sticker, and they say, "This is America. When ordering, please speak English."
Nothing for you.
And we're discussing whether or not that's a racist policy. And before we go back to the phones here, a lot of folks trying to get through on this one. I actually find it more intolerant that if these bars and these clubs, they won't let ugly people in. They don't. If you're ugly, they won't let you in. Or if you're not dressed right, they won't let you in because you're not beautiful enough. You're not beautiful enough. You're not photogenic enough. I think that's actually a hell of a lot more intolerant than this guy just trying to encourage people to speak English so they can get the orders straight. And we had Professor Larry from Irvine. Yeah, it's funny. I was talking about highfalutin university professors right before he called. Maybe that's what ticked him off when he called.
And he was saying that these signs are too negative. They're too negative. They're racist. Make people feel bad. And that really, this guy Joe Vento, and his cheesesteak joint, maybe if he did something more positive and smiley face, like have some English Espanol translation flashcards. Make it a positive thing so people don't feel bad.
Oh, God, I almost wanted to puke. Flashcards. So is it racist? Is it not racist? Let's go to, these professors, these university professors. They're always going to make some bombastic statement. It's Jim Crow all over again. You don't want to make that sort of an extreme case, right? It's Jim Crow. It's racist. And then when you question one of them on, what's the solution?
Flashcards. And be a little nice about it. Don't make people feel so bad.
You know, and come on, man. Let me look here. Let me look at my little list of people to talk to. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a listener by the toe. Let's go to another Paul. Paul in San Clemente. Paul, how you doing?
Hi, Sean.
What's new and exciting?
You know, every day is new and exciting. especially listening to KFI, that's for sure.
Rock and roll.
But, you know, I agree with the last few callers. I mean, there's nothing racist about that. I'm sitting here wondering, you know, what happened to common sense in this country. And, you know, if I'm going to the swimming pool, I'm going to learn how to swim and how to hold my breath, if you know what I'm saying.
No. That's exclusionary if you must learn how to swim and must know how to hold your breath. Every person should be able to swim in this pool, whether they can swim or not. Otherwise, you're being intolerant, you racist pig!
And I don't want to feel bad sitting there because I haven't taken the action to learn how to swim and hold my breath, and everyone else is having a good time in the pool. And I'm feeling bad sitting on the
I don't own
there.
a tie. I do not own a tie. And that excludes me from certain restaurants. Should I, go to the city commission and file a discrimination complaint? I guess I should.
I think you should, you know, based on, you know, what's going on.
Right.
I think that's probably a pretty good idea.
Hey, man, I appreciate
and I'm not very good looking either, so I think I'm going to go file something about these nightclubs. So.
Oh, God, right. Hey, thanks for the call, man. I'd like to see more no moron policies. I think that'd be great. I'd like to see Brittany or Lindsay excluded from some expensive nightclub because they're stupid. You know, we have a no moron policy here. Renee in Glendale, what are you thinking?
Hey, how goes it?
Another day in paradise.
Oh, yeah. See, the two words I haven't heard along this whole line. Lots of good calls, except that one bonehead professor guy.
Flashcards. Yeah, God. Mr. Vento, he needs to put a chalkboard up. He needs to put a little English learning classroom in his...
on staff.
A tutor on staff, right.
Oh, sure. What a jackass.
Now, this is the card for fried onions.
See, the words...
This is raw onions.
The words he was nowhere near are the two words that I was going to bring up.
Which is what?
Practical and reasonable. Okay.
Right.
Now, let me back that up.
Right,
because
right.
every German speaks English.
That's all it is.
Cool.
I got to run, man. I appreciate the call. Let's get one more in here. Gary in Irvine. Gary, what's on your brain? You're on KFI with Sean Rima.
Well, I just really enjoyed the bonehead professor also, and I think it's a perfect example of where we are with education. These are the same people who don't want to tell kids that 2 and 2 is 4 because you might harsh their self-esteem. And just the whole idea that it's not the responsibility to educate people. A single language is unifying. It's not racist. It's unifying. It puts everybody in the same place. If I have 5 different friends of 5 different ethnicities, I don't have to learn 5 different languages in order to communicate. Pretty simple.
It's just how you get along in society. In this society, the primary language is English, and if you want a damn cheesesteak, you got to be able to order it in English. And the guy, and it's not like the part of the story that
this guy's supposed to make flashcards in. I mean, 20 Chinese.
I'm starting to think like Woody Allen in Sleeper, where he said that everything your parents taught you was good for you was actually bad, and vice versa. Steak is actually good for you, and college is bad for you. I mean, if these are the people that are teaching
flashcards. He should have flashcards. He should have some audio-visual displays to help people learn how to speak English before they order the cheesesteak. Because if he just puts up a sign and says they should speak in English, it'll make them feel bad.
Or just point to a picture because, that's a sign of a nice society. It's just everybody pointing at pictures of things.
Just grunt, right. Just grunt and click and point at the picture.
There you go.
Hey, thanks for the call, man.